In today's video, we are putting prime LeBron James on today's Los Angeles Lakers. He's going to be 26 years old with basically a 99 overall. We are a few days before the playoffs, and sadly Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are out with injuries up until May 1st, so that means LeBron is going to have to carry in the first round of the playoffs. We do have 3 games remaining of this season, but the Lakers have already secured a playoff spot with 50 wins and 29 losses. Let's take a look at our current roster. So in the starting lineup, we're going to have ourselves Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. And then off the bench, we have Jackson Hayes, Dalton Knecht, Nick Smith Jr., Jake LaRavia, and Jared Vanderbilt. I'm not gonna lie, we're going to struggle in the playoffs in my opinion. There's only so much prime LeBron James could do by himself, so all we're trying to do right now is wait until Luka and Reeves is back from their injury. Let's go ahead and simulate the first few games. Let's see if we could defeat the Warriors, and whoa, we go on to defeat the Warriors and the Phoenix Suns, dropping 138 points. Prime LeBron dropping 34, 20 from Kennard, 20 from LaRavia, and 17 from Ayton. That does put us as the number 3 seed with 52 wins and 29 losses. Let's see if we could also defeat the Utah Jazz, and we do go on to lose to the Utah Jazz. At the end of this season, Nikola Jokic wins MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Naz Reid 6-Man, Evan Mobley Defensive Player, Boo Zalis Most Improved, Desmond Bane Clutch, Mark wins Coach, and the Thunder also win Executive. And it looks like we end this season as the number 4 seed, winning a total of 52 games and losing 30. And now, before we start simulating the playoffs, I would really appreciate it if y'all could drop a thumbs up on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of April, so that would mean the world to me if y'all could hit that subscribe button. Alright, so in the first round of the playoffs, we have ourselves a very tough opponent, the Denver Nuggets. They have themselves Jamal Murray, Tim Hardaway Jr., Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. Off the bench, they have Christian Brown, Cam Johnson, Jonas Valanciunas, and Julian Strawther. I would much rather take on the 3rd-seeded Houston Rockets, but we are here now, and hopefully we're able to defeat this team. We are going to be playing LeBron James 40 minutes, and honestly, we can maybe even up that time, but for now, we will leave him at 40 minutes. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us. Prime LeBron dropping 30 points, 26 from Ayton, and 14 from Jackson Hayes. That is a huge win for our team. So now we're going to have to wait 1 to 2 weeks until both Reeves and Luka Doncic return. They are on the verge of returning, which is very big for our team. Game number 2 does end up going to the Denver Nuggets. They end up winning here 147 to 122. LeBron played amazing, but sadly our defense was pretty awful. Game number 3 does also end up going to the Denver Nuggets. They go on to win here, dropping 142 points. How many more days for Luka? Still says 1 to 2 weeks. For Austin Reeves, it says day to day, so he may return any second now. We also go on to lose game number 4, and our defense has been awful, once again allowing them to score over 140 points. I have made a little change to our roster. Jake LaRavia will be in the starting lineup for defensive reasons, whereas Rui Hachimura is not really the best defender, so I've pushed him to the 6-man role. We are running a 9-man rotation. Can we at least win one more game? By then, hopefully Austin Reeves returns. We will have home court advantage on our side, and so far we do have the lead, and it looks like we will be winning 137 to 121. Let's go. LeBron James with a 25-point double-double, 25 from Kennard, and a 20-point double-double from Ayton. Hopefully we're able to squeeze one more win here. Let's see if we could push this to game 7. And just like that, it looks like Austin Reeves has returned from his injury. Let's go. Now we do have Austin Reeves back, which should be able to help LeBron and the Lakers a ton. We have another great offensive player that which we did not have prior. So hopefully we're also able to win this next game to tie up the series and push it to a game 7. The Nuggets do have home court advantage, and so far they do have the lead. But we take it right back from them, and we go on to lose by 2 points. Oh god, we go on to lose 130 to 128. LeBron had 29, Reeves with a 25-point double-double, but sadly that was not enough. But don't you worry, because we are going to be running it back a few more seasons to see if we could win LeBron and the Lakers a championship. Next season, we're going to be absolutely unstoppable. Prime LeBron James with Luka is going to be one of the best duos we have ever seen. And now let's go ahead and simulate past the playoffs and see who goes on to win the championship. It will be the Detroit Pistons taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves go on to win with Anthony Edwards winning Finals MVP. Before we do go into the offseason, I would like to show you guys the player stats for the playoffs. So we played a total of 6 games, and in those 6 games, Prime LeBron was averaging 31 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists with 2 steals and 1 block. He played absolutely amazing. 25 and 10 from Reeves, 19 from Ayton. Ayton was playing amazing as well, I'm not gonna lie. He was doing his thing offensively, but we all know he's not the best defender and he can't really guard Jokic. 13 from Kennard, 12 from Nick Smith, and the rest of the team. Alright, this is absolutely insane. Prime LeBron James at 26 years old is trying to retire. Obviously, we're not going to let him retire. We're going to go ahead and overturn that retirement. He's only 26 years old, and we want to win you a championship before you go, Bron. We do have ourselves a 23rd overall pick in the 26th draft. Let's see which player we're going to be able to draft. First overall pick the Memphis Grizzlies have, and they go on to take, or never mind, they trade it to the Utah Jazz, and the Jazz take Cameron Boozer. The Clippers have the 2nd overall pick. They take Darren Peterson, but that's actually going to be going to the Pacers. So I'm going to have to go back and trade Darren Peterson to the Pacers because that pick is top 4 protected. The Sacramento Kings with 3rd overall pick take AJ DeBonsa. Now let's see which players are left on the board. Alright, so out of all of these players here, Braden Burry has the highest ceiling. He has a ceiling of an all-NBA player, so what we're going to do is go ahead and draft Braden Burry with our 23rd overall pick. I'm not sure if he's going to be a part of this rotation or we're going to be trading him in the offseason. Now for team player options, it looks like Austin Reeves and DeAndre Ayton declined their player option. We are going to pick up the team option on Bronny James Jr. and Kobe Buffkin. We are going to try our best to re-sign Austin Reeves, of course. He is going to be our priority here in free agency. How much money do we have to spend on any other players? Well, we have a lot of money here in free agency. We could sign a player for up to $30 million. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and give Austin Reeves a contract. He currently has 12 offers, and Brooklyn Nets are offering him 4 years, $124 million. So we will have to up this a little bit and see if he likes our contract a bit better. It looks like he is most interested in ours, but we do also need ourselves a new starting center since we no longer have DeAndre Ayton or Jackson Hayes. I believe Isaiah Hartenstein could be the perfect starting center that we need on this team, so I'm going to go ahead and offer him a 4-year deal. I will also look to bring back Jackson Hayes. He could be a good backup center, how he has been his entire career. I do like his defense and his energy. It looks like Austin Reeves, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Jackson Hayes, all 3 going to accept our deals. Okay, so I completely looked past this, but we also need to re-sign Rui Hachimura. He wants about $3.7 million, and you know what? He has been playing pretty amazing, so we're going to go ahead and give him a 4-year deal, paying him about $5 million. I do hope we're able to afford this. Let's see if we could afford all 4 players. And it looks like we don't have enough money for Isaiah Hartenstein. I would much rather have Hartenstein over Rui Hachimura, but now we cannot change it. These are the centers we do have enough money to afford in free agency, and you know what? We can never go wrong with Mitchell Robinson. He's a really good rebounder, amazing defender. Having him on our team will definitely help us out a ton, so we're going to offer him a 4-year deal, paying him about $4 million annually. Let's see if he accepts. Yes, he will, on a 4-year, $17 million contract. And it looks like we could also bring DeAndre Ayton back. And what I think we're going to do is go ahead and offer him a 4-year deal, but we're going to sign and then trade him for a different starting center. He will be accepting on a 4-year, $41 million contract. We do also end up re-signing Luke Kennard, and I also signed this dude here, Matisse Thybulle. He's a really good 3-and-D player. He's a good defender. He's a good 3-point shooter. Could possibly be our backup wing. And the last player is Pete Nance to be the backup power forward if he ends up progressing in overall. And now I will start to discover some trades and see which players we could bring in to help our team go out there and compete for a championship. I really love this trade here a lot with the Dallas Mavericks, so we're going to be sending them DeAndre Ayton, Jared Vanderbilt, and Jake LaRavia for Derek Lively II and PJ Washington. We probably will be flipping PJ Washington, but Derek Lively II is a perfect starting center we could have on our team. Peyton Watson is a player that's developing into a really good two-way player. This past season, he was averaging 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, 1.5 block, 1 steal while shooting 41% from the three-point line. He has a lot of potential, could be the perfect starting small forward on our team, and then we can move LeBron to power forward. So we're going to try and pull off this trade here with the Hornets, sending them PJ Washington and Kobe Buffkin for Peyton Watson. And as of right now, they do decline. I will throw in a future first rounder, and that gets a trade done. The final trade of this offseason I'm attempting to pull off is with the Utah Jazz, where we send them Marcus Smart, this dude, and Bronny James Jr. for Quentin Grimes. It looks like the Utah Jazz accept the offer. We're ready for this season with a new and upgraded 9-man rotation. So in the starting lineup, we now have ourselves Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Peyton Watson, LeBron James, and Derek Lively II. And then off the bench, we have Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, Matisse Thybulle, and Dalton Knecht. There was a lot of progression from the younger players, which is exactly what we were hoping for, and now let's go ahead and simulate the first week of this season to see how we do. We will have 3 games, and we go on to win all 3 games, scoring over 140 points in all 3 of them. He scored 146 here against the Celtics, where prime LeBron went off for 44 points and 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Reeves had himself a phenomenal game as well, and then we scored 144 against the 76ers, where Luka had 35 and 12, 32 and 10 from LeBron, 22 and 10 from Reeves. As of right now, we are rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency balanced under JJ Redick. And now I'm going to start simulating here until the end of this season, but if there's any trades to be made, I'll make sure to stop at the trade deadline to show you all. This season our team has made it to the NBA Cup Finals. Let's see if we could go on and defeat the New York Knicks. We will have home court advantage, and so far the Knicks do have the lead. It looks like we do end up losing 126 to 121. Luka with 27 from Reeves, but sadly the New York Knicks go on to win with Karl Anthony Towns winning NBA Cup MVP. We've got 1 game remaining of this season, and both LeBron James and Luka Doncic are in the award races to win MVP. Let's see which one of the two will end up winning. It looks like LeBron James goes on to win an MVP, averaging 31 points per game, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2.5 stocks per game on 50, 40, 76 shooting splits. And that is what I'm talking about. Cameron Boozer, Rookie of the Year, TJ McConnell, 6-man, Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player, Risa Shea, Most Improved, Zion Williamson, Clutch, JJ Redick, our head coach, wins Coach of the Year, and we also win Executive. And of course, prime LeBron James, the MVP, makes it on an All-NBA first team. We also get Luka Doncic on an All-NBA second team. It looks like that will be it. Never mind, we also get LeBron James on an all-defensive first team. Let's go. We end this season as the number 1 seed, winning a total of 75 games and losing only 7. We have been absolutely unstoppable in the regular season, and now hopefully we can continue that into the playoffs and win ourselves a championship. Here are the player stats for the regular season. So we had LeBron averaging 31.5 points per game, 27.5 from Luka, 22 from Reeves, 14 from Watson, 13 from Grimes, and 10 from Derek Lively. It's so insane to think that majority of our offense is between Reeves, Luka, and LeBron. Even if one of these players plays bad here in the playoffs, everything could be over. Now in the first round, we are taking on the Houston Rockets, and they have themselves Reed Shepherd, Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun, and they also have Kobe White and Norman Powell off of their bench. I've fixed up the player minutes, and now let's see if we could defeat the Houston Rockets. Game number 1 does end up going to us, and LeBron dropping 28 points with 10 rebounds. Luka with 22 and 6, 13. 20 from Reeves and 20 from Watson. Watson has been phenomenal for us as well. We also go on to win game 2. LeBron dropping 41, 38 from Luka. We do end up losing game 3. We win game 4. And we go on a gentleman sweep the Houston Rockets in the first round of the playoffs. And so far here, LeBron is averaging 36 points per game with 9 rebounds. Luka is averaging a 27-point double-double, and Reeves is averaging 24. And now it looks like in the second round of the playoffs, we are taking on the Golden State Warriors, who have themselves Stephen Curry, Brendan Pajemski, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, and Yusuf Nurkic, and this is their bench unit. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 does end up going to the Warriors. Okay, so they win here by 1 single point. Game number 2 does go to us. We win here by nearly 25 points. Luka with 34, 29 from LeBron. And we are up 2-1. Let's go. In game 3, LeBron had 29, Luka with 28 and 14. Can we go up 3-1? And yes, we can. We also go on a gentleman sweep the Golden State Warriors. And LeBron continues dominating, averaging 33 points per game in the playoffs. What I really like about the Luka and LeBron duo is Luka has been the main playmaker, averaging over 10 assists per game, and LeBron has just been giving it his all on offense, scoring as many buckets as he can, averaging 33 points. And now in the Western Conference Finals, we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they have themselves Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid, and they also have Rudy Gobert off the bench unit. The Minnesota Timberwolves are always a difficult team to defeat here in 2K Simulation, so let's see how it goes. Game number 1, we end up winning 28-12 from Luka, 24-10 from LeBron. Game number 2 does go to us, and we also win game 3. We go on to sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's go, and we make it in the NBA Finals with Luka Doncic winning Western Conference Finals MVP, averaging 39 points per game, and Cade Cunningham, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging 40 points per game. In the NBA Finals, we are taking on the Detroit Pistons, who have themselves Cade Cunningham, Benedict Mathurin, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, and Jalen Duren, and this is their bench unit, and they are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Game number 1 does end up going to the Pistons. They win here by 3 points, scoring 140 points on us. Okay, so game number 2, we go on to win, LeBron dropping 34, 20 from Grimes. Game number 3, we also go on to win, LeBron with 44 points, 20 and 16 from Luka. Can we go up 3-1? And yes, we can. LeBron with 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, as well as 6 stocks. Luka with a 28-point double-double. And we go on to gentleman sweep the Detroit Pistons, win the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James a championship with LeBron Finals MVP, averaging 35 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 1.5 block, while shooting 65% from the field and 48% from the 3-point line. But we are not finished. We're going to try and get ourselves a back-to-back championship. Here are the player stats for the playoffs. So we played a total of 19 games. In those 19 games, LeBron James was averaging 34 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1 block per game. 27 from Luka, 20 from Reeves, 15 from Watson, and 13 from Grimes. For team player options, we are going to pick up the team option on Dalton Connect, and for qualifying offers, we do need to re-sign Derek Lively II from looks of things. And of course, we are going to be re-signing Lively. He has been a huge part of our team's success. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a 4-year deal where we pay him about $12.5 million. And after signing Derek Lively, we still do have some money to play with here in free agency, and I do think I want to sign ourselves a new backup small forward. And here, Grady Dick is available. Maybe we go out there and try and sign him. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a let's make it a $7 million. That way the Toronto Raptors do not match. A 4-year deal where we pay him about $7 million annually. And it looks like he will go on to accept on a 4-year, $30 million contract. We are ready for this season. I haven't made any changes to the roster except for signing Grady Dick in free agency, who will be playing about 20 minutes per game off of our bench unit. Take a look at the system proficiency. We are still rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency, balanced under JJ Redick. We should be unstoppable once again this season. We do end up winning all 3 of the first 3 games of this season, scoring 152 against the Trailblazers. Luka had 35, 31 from Reeves. LeBron had himself a 19-point double-double. And now I'm going to start simulating here until the end of this season. I don't believe I will be pulling off any trades, but if I do make some changes, I will stop to let you all know. This season, our team does go on to win the NBA Cup, with Luka Doncic winning NBA Cup MVP, averaging 25 points per game. We won by 1 single point against the Cleveland Cavaliers, where Peyton Watson had 24, LeBron had 22 and 12, 18 from Grimes. LeBron James goes on to win a back-to-back MVP, this season averaging 31.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block on 50, 40, 78 shooting splits. This dude wins Rookie of the Year, De'Aaron Fox 6-Man, Wemby Defensive Player, Kasparis wins Most Improved, Anthony Edwards Clutch Player, JJ Redick Coach of the Year, and we also win Executive. Of course, the MVP does make it on an All-NBA First Team, and we do also get Luka on an All-NBA First Team. Let's go. 2 players on an All-NBA First Team is insane. LeBron James does make it on an All-Defensive First Team. He was in the word races to winning Defensive Player of the Year, which would have been absolutely amazing. And at the end of this season, we won a total of 73 games and lost only 9. Before we start simulating the playoffs, let's take a look at the player stats for the regular season. So our leading scorer was none other than prime LeBron James, averaging 31 points per game. 27 and 10 from Luka, 20 from Reeves, 14 from Watson, 14 from Grimes, and 10 from Derek Lively. In the first round of the playoffs, we are taking on Luka Doncic's previous team, the Dallas Mavericks. They have themselves Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, Jaime Hawkins Jr., and DeAndre Ayton, as well as Ryan Rollins coming off of their bench unit. Let's see how things go. Game number 1 will go to us. LeBron with 34, Watson with 26, and Luka with 23. We do also go on to win game 2, we win game 3, and we go on to sweep Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks. Luka is averaging 26 points per game, and LeBron is averaging 34 points per game. The second round, we are taking on Victor Wembanyama, Jonathan Kuminga, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper, the San Antonio Spurs. They also have an 88 overall De'Aaron Fox coming off their bench, which is insane. This is a stacked team. Game number 1 will go to us. LeBron dropping 38, 9, and 10. Luka with 27. The Spurs are actually the team that could possibly give us some trouble here, but we do also go on to win game 2, 124 to 96. Luka with 34, LeBron with a 27-point triple-double. And we do end up going 3-0. Okay, so we score 145 points. LeBron with a 39-point triple-double. 24 from Luka and 23 from Watson. And are we going to, gentlemen, sweep the Spurs? Yes, we do. That is unexpected. I did think the Spurs would give us somewhat of a challenge, but clearly not. LeBron James dropped 45 points, 26 from Reeves, and 25 from Luka. And just like that, we have made it to the Western Conference Finals, where we're going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors, and holy, they have themselves Giannis Antetokounmpo paired up with Steph Curry. That is insane. So their starting lineup is Curry, Podziemski, Moody, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jusuf Nurkic, and this is their bench unit. They were the number 3 seed. Let's see how it goes. Game number 1, we do go on to win. LeBron with 34 and 12, 29 and 10 from Luka. We also win game 2, and no, we cannot. It does look like the Warriors defeat us here by 10 points. LeBron had 28, 28 from Luka. What about game number 3? We go on to win game 3. Grimes led the way here with 29 points as our 6-man. And we also win game 4, now putting us up 3-1, and we won by 1 single point. 157 to 156. Luka with 35 and 11. LeBron with 35, 12, and 12. Let's see if we could close things out here in game 5, I believe this would be. And let's see, the Lakers do have home court advantage. The Warriors are so far have the lead. They're up by 3 points, 5 minutes remaining, and it looks like the Warriors are going to go on to win. Okay, so they beat us here 129 to 119. Peyton Watson had 25, 25-4 from Reeves, but we do fall short. Now the Warriors will have home court advantage for this next game. And the Warriors have the lead once again, and they blow us out by 41 points. Where is our defense? LeBron played amazing with 27 and 19, 26 from Luka, but the rest of the team's defense was awful. Alright, I have now come up with a defensive coach game plan on Giannis and Curry. Let's see if that's going to help us win here in game 7, where we do have home court advantage on our side. And so far the Warriors do have the lead. We are up by 1 going into the 4th quarter. Close back and forth battle. Let's slow this down a little bit and see what happens. We do have the lead 121 to 117, 5 minutes remaining. And now there's 2 minutes remaining. They are kind of pushing back. We're up by 4 points. We are kind of starting to run away with it. We're up by 6, 1 minute remaining. Let's go ahead and jump in and watch prime LeBron James take on Stephen Curry. And never mind, of course, LeBron James is fouled out, so there's no need for us to jump in. I just wanted to see LeBron versus Curry, but we do go on to win by 5 points. LeBron did have 35 points before fouling out and 31 from Luka. LeBron James goes on to win Western Conference Finals MVP, Cade Cunningham Eastern Conference Finals MVP, so it is a rematch of last year's NBA Finals. We are taking on the Detroit Pistons once again. And they were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, still are, and so are we in the Western Conference. They have themselves Cade Cunningham, Benedict Mathurin, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, and Jalen Duren. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to the Pistons. They defeat us here by nearly 30 points. Game number 2, we go on to win, Luka dropping 32 points and 12 assists, LeBron with 29 and 27 from Reeves. Game number 3 will go to us as well. We win here by 1 single point, 17 and 11 from LeBron, 35 from Luka. Can we go up 3-1? And yes, we can. LeBron dropping a 37-point double-double, 30 and 11 from Luka. Now let's jump into Simcast here, where we do have a home court advantage, and so far we do have the lead by quite a bit. It looks like we will be winning ourselves a back-to-back championship. Quentin Grimes dropping 31 points, Reeves with 30, 17 from Watson, and 17 from LeBron. And just like that, we have won the Los Angeles Lakers a back-to-back championship, with LeBron James winning Finals MVP. Before I end out this video, let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats for the playoffs. So we played a total of 20 games, and in those 20 games, the leading scorer was LeBron James, averaging 31 points per game, 9 rebounds, 7.5 assists, 1.5 steal, and 1 block per game. 26 from Luka, 18 from Reeves, and 14 from Watson. And here are the NBA Finals stats. We played a total of 5 games. The leading scorer was Luka, averaging 27, 26 from Braun, and 20 from Reeves. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button and also subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 videos. Click here on the screen to watch my latest upload. Till next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.